Don't ask me to stand up.
I'm not.
Hey, hey, he leaned back for whatever reason. All of a sudden, I'm like, what the fuck? He got his crotch in the camera with his thighs out. I can see the top of his quad. I'm telling you. I'm like, what is it, Saquon Barkley?
It's all out. It's all out right
This
now.
dude
It's
over
cool,
here. That's a real newscaster and shit.
though.
What the fuck?
Don't ask me to stand up right now.
We're back for another installment of sessions. I'm here again. My shirt neck collar's stretched out. John's down there in the Clyde Drexler jersey. I don't think anybody's ever worn since '97 outside of Houston. And we got Pierre up there in a Randy Moss. I'm not going to talk about his other attire, but we got Randy Moss popping in.
Yes, sir.
So let's get right to it, man. Pierre, I'm going to come to you first. It's the kickoff of the NFL season today. Well, the first Sunday of the NFL season. Of course, we had last Thursday. We had Chiefs, Texans. But what are we going? Are we excited about football? Are we ready? Are we scolding? What are we doing?
Are we scolding? So no, we're not scolding. But I am excited about the NFL season, man. I mean, it's good to see some football again. You know, it's been kind of weird, but I'm excited. There's a lot of storylines this season. Cam Newton's with the Patriots. Tom Brady with a new squad. So yes, I am. I'm excited about football. We'll see if it can go the full season without people getting COVID. But yeah, I'm excited about it. Obviously, fantasy football and those implications. So yeah, it just makes it fun. It doesn't really feel like football season, but you know, it's here. So we'll see. We'll see how things go. But I am excited for sure.
There were no positive tests today.
Yeah, yep. I did hear that. I heard it was what in terms of overall. I think it was like what 5 this week or something like that. Or so I don't know. I don't know the correct numbers, but yeah, I mean that's surprising. So hopefully the NFL can keep it up. It'd be real surprising if they can make it through their full season.
Definitely, John.
Yeah, no, I'm a little excited about it. Like I said, like Pete said, a lot of storylines. Can't wait to see what's going on. The first game wasn't surprising to hear the fans boo in a moment of unity, but you know, whatever. You know, that's the kind of people that that's in the world. But
You said it was surprising?
I said it was not.
Oh, okay.
No, it was not surprising. It's just wow. But no, I hope they have a good season. I really didn't dig the little putting their little sayings on the back of the helmet. You know, you might as well not even.
You can't see that. Yeah, you can't see that.
You might as well not even do that. You know, because who's going to see that until the camera zooms in on it or something? So, but you know, they're trying. They did what they could do. So I guess. But no, I'm excited as far as just football wise. Yes, I'm excited to see a little bit of football. It's cool.
Yeah, NFL's back, man. I don't give a fuck. Like I could care less about football, honestly. I don't know. I'm just not interested anymore. I used to be interested. I was interested last year. I'm just not interested. Like it's not just because of the outside, like John alluded to. Like they don't really care about black people. So I mean, that doesn't really. I mean, that's like other than that.
And it's one thing too. They don't care about black people, but another thing, they don't care about any type of world issues that's going on. They got the Niners and the Rams is still playing in California right now throughout all that smog and all that smoke that's going on. Yeah, so that's just crazy that the NFL, they don't care. They about their money, and that's it. And that's sad, but you know, we continue to support it, so I can't blame them. I guess to blame us.
When women get beaten, they could care less. You could beat your wife multiple times
and still play on Sunday.
Yeah, you're gonna miss a couple of games. You get talked to. You get a talking to. You get a public what is it called? The public shaming. But yeah, no, it's just a whole bunch of stuff, man. Like, I'm not excited. Like you said, there's storylines. Hey, Cam, all right, cool. I think they're gonna go 9-7 or whatever the number would be. I don't know. I'm just not interested. I don't see anything that stand out. Like the Chiefs are wildly ahead. Like I was talking to a friend over the weekend. The NFL has the biggest talent disparity of all sports. Like the top and the bottom are so far apart in the NFL. You're either really fucking good or you're trash. Mm-hmm. Like there's even your 8-8. That's pretty much trash. I mean, there's like half the league gonna be 8-8. You know, you'll have your 11-4s. You have 1 or 2 11-4s. You have about a whole bunch of 8-8s. Then you got your 2s and your Clevelands and your Detroits. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I'm just not excited. Maybe it'll change as the season goes on. Maybe I'll see something exciting. I'm just not amped up. I didn't watch 1 minute of the Chiefs game. So,
I mean, I guess I disagree with you about the talent aspect because, yes, the Chiefs are at the top. But you have seen that in the playoffs, the team from the wild card might mess around and get hot at the right time and win. I still think there's a lot of competitive balance in the NFL. So if I'm just watching from a sports standpoint, I'm happy that sports is back from the football standpoint. But, yeah, I mean, all the off-field stuff and them not caring about black people should factor into play a little bit more with me. Should, for sure.
Hey, I mean, everybody, we all got our,
It factors in for me because, I love football, but I'll be watching it and then I'm like, it's some bullshit. I'll change. I'll come back. I'll be wanting to know. I like football. I've always liked football, and it's tough not to watch it because it's so many of us on the field. Yet
that you want to support.
They don't want to show the people on the field love. These folks came from nowhere too. They came from these places that you guys are just, that's just crime there. No, it's not. Hey, it's not just crime there. Like there's people who are just trying to get and grow and make it better, just like how your family was trying to grow and be better. And they seem like they don't care as much. And they got all the other African American men on the field, and they should care a little bit more because those are their family members and stuff too. But obviously, it doesn't matter to them. It's just play the game that we want to watch and shut the
business is business. I mean,
people
get confused that they think no, like if there was no money involved, they would not be involved. Like it's all about money, man. Come on now, like what are we doing here?
Mm-hmm. Is that more of the players' fault from not taking this? Because I take it back. So in the NBA and WNBA, you see players using their leverage a bit more in terms of, okay, we're gonna sit out, we're gonna protest this game, blah blah blah. You don't see as much of that in the NFL. So can you blame a lot of this on the NFL players opposed to the general managers and owners? Where does it fall in your opinion?
I don't think so. I don't think you can really blame the players because it's the way it is. For instance, you got your top NFL players, let's say a running back, let's say he sits out.
Yeah.
Shady McCoy, whatever the guy's, your boy from the Steelers, whatever his name is. They sit out. You got a guy like who the Chiefs just drafted. Mm-hmm. He ain't getting paid shit. He comes in and tears it up. They don't need it. They just said the dude that sat out because of COVID may not play. Come in
and I get a spot back.
Yeah. Right. So with NFL, it's so big. That's why I'm not, like the gap is so crazy with not even just talent, even with pay. Like you can pay a guy a couple $100,000, rush him 40 times a game. You know what I mean? Yeah. Your man who been doing it the last 3-4 years, you don't want a job. So I don't know if it's on the players as much as like they're stuck between a rock and a hard place, to be honest. Like, what can they do? Because you have to have complete unity, and that ain't gonna happen.
It seems like the NBA has more of that, and the NFL does not. I know there's more players in the NFL, but if you get a guy like Patrick Mahomes, who's the face of the franchise, or face of the NFL with Lamar Jackson, if they take a stance, then I think you'll see more of those players. But it just doesn't feel like the NFL players are on the same page. Yep, they got their bag too. A lot of other guys don't. Yeah. But LeBron has his bag, but LeBron is still able to bring these players hopefully together on the same page. Maybe not as much as he used to, but I just think a lot of players have their bags, but they still have influence. But
what's the league minimum between the NFL and it's vastly different. Like your 12th man on the NBA roster is probably getting more than some really good players in the NFL. So I mean, it's what I'm saying.
$510,000 is the league minimum
for
NFL.
NFL. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
$510,000. Yep.
And then you got guys who are only gonna get signed for a couple of games. You get. Wow. I'm sorry to go on this angle, but now I gotta go here. So I was going through Twitter, and I could give I don't want to say it like that. Like I'm not in the whole. I've given up on the Kaepernick thing, right? I've given up. He's not getting a fucking job in the NFL ever again. So I'm going through Twitter. There's a whole argument, and then you got the idiot. Oh, he's just not good enough. And then somebody tweeted. I know it's not even. Somebody tweeted how Cade McCown, the guy that it was on ESPN that they picked up, they're paying him to sit at home $25,000 a week, or it may be more than that. I'm sorry. It's either $25,000 or $34,000 a week to sit at home just in case a guy gets hurt. And they're talking about Kaepernick not being good enough. Anyway, I didn't mean to say that, but that's about the pay shit too. Like, come on, man. Like you can get you pay a guy to sit at home